Um, hmm. I'm gonna surprise you a bit here. I'm actually gonna be nice to this movie. Now, I don't think it's good, but you can do worse. Let's discuss. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to Meme Station. I'm Mr. Anything and Everything Animation, and I just got done watching the latest release from Paramount Plus called The Tiger's Apprentice. Apparently, this is based on a book. I honestly had no idea. And apparently, it's been through almost as much production hell as Nimona. Almost. It wasn't almost canceled by homophobic bigots. So, I saw the movie, and it was about what I was expecting. I expected something average, but perfectly fine. Like, something that's not terrible, but something that's not great either. Like, it's a little hard to explain, but best way I can put this movie is, have you seen every other Chosen One story known to man? Then you pretty much already know what you think of this movie if you think of that cliche. Because this is that cliche turned up to 11. But it has some good things in it, believe it or not. So, here's my written review. I did my best to try to be fair on this one because I don't hate this movie. In fact, it does have some nice stuff in it. It just also has a lot of problems. So, here's my review. I hope you guys enjoy. Honestly, not much to say about this one. I expected something painfully average, and that's pretty much exactly what I got. Story has potential, but lacks structure. Designs are cool, but derivative. The concept sounds fun, but is completely botched in its execution. Voice acting is flat, with little to no personality, and considering the voice cast they got for this, that's inexcusable. Characters are cardboard cutouts that lack any distinction. Writing is absolutely terrible and full of nothing but cliches and cringy dialogue. Pacing is way too fast. The music is nothing but generic pop songs that we have heard a million times before and that don't fit the movie in the slightest. The constant product placement is obnoxious. The villain sucks and rewatchability is pretty much non-existent. However, even with all those issues, there are still some aspects that are done surprisingly well too. The animation's pretty good and feels cinematic despite its lower budget, mainly thanks to all the cool looking camera work. The action scenes are fun. Like, it's not out of the realm of stuff we've seen before, but the action scenes are fun. Its connections to the Chinese mythology are actually well done. The ending is good enough to feel satisfying, including an awesome villain death. Like, I can't go into details about it, but it's an awesome villain death. The transformation scenes with all the different zodiacs are really cool. A few lines are decent and can sometimes be funny, and it has one incredible scene of animation that's reminiscent of actual Chinese watercolor paintings. I would love to go in depth with that one scene in this movie, but it's technically a spoiler, so I can't really talk about it here. But all I can say is, if you decide to watch this movie and you get to that scene, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is an absolutely beautiful little scene of animation. Overall, it's a decent film. Sure, it's average at best and has a lot of issues, but the good stuff in it is still pretty good. And considering the production hell it went through, it's a miracle that it even released at all. Unlike Argyle, which was frustratingly boring, Tiger's Apprentice is a solid watch that I am glad I saw. Even with that said, though, this is still at best just streaming service filler. But like I said, the fact that this movie even came out at all was a miracle. At best, a one and done, but considering that other Chinese mythology film from last year, you can certainly do much worse than this. Final verdict for this movie is going to be a 5.5 out of 10. I give it one extra half point because it was a decent time. I didn't hate myself while watching it, even though the beginning made me believe that this was going to be absolute crap. But stick with it. as soon as it gets through the cringy opening, it actually gets pretty decent. So, it's ambitious, but it's forgettable. I've seen worse animated movies, but I've definitely seen better animated movies. I mean, literally just watch my previous review if you want an example of a great animated film. This is perfectly serviceable. I think kids will like it fine enough, and it's not really going to be for adults, but it shouldn't be too bad to sit through. So, yeah, honestly, I'm a bit surprised I didn't rip into this one, even though I did give it a lot of negatives in that first section. But honestly, I had a decent time. It's not a bad movie. It's not just a really good one either. It's perfectly decent. It's perfectly serviceable. And honestly, I'm just glad it came out at all, because this one did have me curious. I did like the concept, and I wanted to see how it was executed. Yes, the execution was garbage, but that is besides the point. There is clearly effort being put in here, and even though it doesn't show all the time, it is there, and it is something to be admired. So, congratulations, Tiger's Apprentice. You weren't a flaming pile of crap. You were just a average pebble on a normal, average sidewalk. So, yep, that's pretty much all I've got for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for videos like this almost every single day. And stay tuned, because later on tonight we have one final movie review. And then after that, I think it's just, yeah, pretty much just Danny Phantom stuff until the 14th. So, I'll see you guys next time when we take a look at a day one release. Yes, this one isn't actually behind for once. With a weird little independent film called Lisa Frankenstein. I don't know what to expect. It has one of the Sprouse brothers in it from Zack and Cody. We'll just see how it goes. But until next time, thanks for watching. I'm Jat Small of Animation Station, and I'll see you next time. Peace.